Hey everybody, it's Haley again. So I know it's been a while since I've posted anything. There's been some crazy stuff going on, so I just haven't had the time, haven't had the motivation, just to really get anything done other than working. But, as much as I had intended to just kind of relax today and take a minute for myself, I saw an article. I was cruising through Facebook today, and I want to say that it was Revelist that had posted it, but I really don't know, and it doesn't really matter, I guess, in the end. For those of you unfamiliar with the Kat Von D brand, she calls it the Artistry Collective, and it's these 4 girls that work with her, one of whom is Kelsey Anna Fitzpatrick. And this article was specifically about Kelsey Anna and how, she's like a true goth queen. And one of the things that the article cited was this Soul Eater lip look that she does. And, some people were calling it out, being like, oh, well, that's not a look that she came up with. That's been popular in Asia, da-da-da-da. And, okay, so I will grant you that I have seen similarly styled lip looks before. So if you want to hem and haw about whether she did or didn't come up with it, that's fine. I really don't care. But there were also a lot of people that were like, oh, that makeup looks like garbage. I would never want to do that. It looks terrible. She's a terrible artist. And I just, that bothers me. Not because I know her. I don't know her. I've never met any of the girls from the Artistry Collective. But as somebody that enjoys makeup, not just because I, enjoy my job, which is makeup related, I just love the artistry side of it. I love, that the possibilities really are endless. I am a believer that there are really no rules in makeup. I mean, yes, there's color theory, and you can utilize that to make a soft, natural look that's, complementary to your skin tone, your eye color, all of that stuff. But my issue with people coming out and saying that she's not a talented artist because they personally wouldn't want to wear, any given look, that bothers me because, I know that not everybody is going to want to wear every look that's out there. Not everybody wants to wear black lipstick, and that's okay. But what I think some people don't take into account is that not everybody wants to wear soft and subtle makeup that simply enhances natural beauty. That's not everybody's style preference. That's not everybody's artistic preference, and that should be okay. I know and work with a lot of very, very talented artists who prefer for their own makeup to be, subtle, natural, and really just enhancing, again, that natural beauty. And it's not my personal style. I rarely will do my makeup like that, but I also respect them as artists. I respect their art as well. And I think that it's important that all artists respect the work of other artists. I don't have any problem with saying, if I ask somebody for feedback on a look that I've done, whether it's for myself or a coworker, with a client, whatever, constructive feedback. If it had been something like, well, I think that look, would have been a little nicer if her blending technique had been a little more strong, or if she had applied it this way or that way, maybe tried a different product for a primer, whatever. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me because I feel like that kind of feedback at least is trying to develop someone as an artist. But just to say, I don't like that look, so they're a bad artist, I think that that's negligent to any art community, whether it's painting, drawing, singing, whatever it is. It doesn't even really, just have to be makeup related. But I just think that we do ourselves a disservice to treat other artists like that. Again, I don't like every single look that everybody else does, but it doesn't mean that I don't respect them as an artist. I mean, there are a lot of YouTubers out there that I follow, and I absolutely love them. I think they're very talented, but that doesn't necessarily mean I personally like the work that they would do or I would want it on my face, but I still respect their skill as an artist. And I think that there needs to be more of that. I've never been a boy, so I'm sure that, you know, like a guy's life might be different, but I know as a girl, my whole childhood was girls tearing each other apart. Well, tearing me mostly apart. You know, you're not good enough because of this, your makeup's not pretty enough because you didn't do it this way, you don't dress right, whatever. Like, we tear each other down so much that it's almost impossible for anybody to feel good about themselves. Forget their art, just like about themselves as a person. And I know that it probably sounds cheesy and you think that I'm just like this bleeding heart jerk, but I don't see what is wrong with being able to look at somebody's art and saying, you know what, I don't like it for me, but I respect it and it's well executed. Can there be a little bit more of that? Would it really be so tragic if we just looked at people's art and said, you know what, I wouldn't do it, but you did it well. Whatever it was you were intending to do, it was well executed. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's honest, because you're saying, you know what, I wouldn't do it for me, but it's still respectful. And it's not even, like, at the end of the day, it's not even about, you know, Kelsey, though I do absolutely love her, and I think it's sad that people are like that. But I see it all the time, and what frustrates me the most is I see it from other makeup artists. There's actually a makeup artist that I used to follow on Instagram. I don't follow her anymore, but I saw her on more than a few occasions on, like, a more intense editorial look. She would make comments like, oh, that's not gonna pay the bills, or oh, that's not well done, or oh, who would wear that? And a lot of times they were like editorial looks that had been specifically done for a magazine. Like, it was for a magazine shoot. The magazine asked the artist to do, you know, this kind of look in this specific way. And she's tearing it apart. And you know, that's the first one that comes to mind. But I know that I've seen other artists do that. And if we can't even be supportive of each other as artists, how could we possibly expect the general public to be like, oh, you know what, I don't like it for me, but she did it well. People look to the beauty gurus that they follow, you know, the YouTubers, the Instagram sensations, whatever. They look to us for example. Well, maybe not me so much, but like you look to your makeup idols, you know, as an example, not just of like how to do your makeup, but like a lot of people look up to these individuals. And I think that it's important that we set the tone of, you know, acceptance and appreciation for work, even if it's not our personal style. You know, I am not into like the, you know, cute preppy pastel goth look, but I absolutely adore Kelly Eden. I think that she is just, you know, a fantastic person, first of all. But she's adorable, and I love the way she styles herself, you know, the way she carries herself. Her fashion is immaculate. I would never wear it, but it's perfect for her, and it's always well done, you know. And I just think if we all just appreciated each other's differences a little bit more in every artistic community, that it would be easier for everybody to just be themselves and feel happy in their own personal style. I know I rambled for a little bit, guys, but I really think that it's important that we promote more positivity. If you disagree with me, that's totally fine. Like, by all means, disagree. You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But if you're gonna disagree, again, I just ask that you do it respectfully. You don't have to agree with everything that everybody says or does or chooses or how everybody looks. But there's no reason to be nasty. There's no reason you can't be at least remotely respectful. Show a little bit of decency to other people. Anyway, I know this was kind of rambly, you guys, and I'm sorry. It was impromptu, but it just, like, it really, really bothered me, and I felt like I needed to say something about it. So, you know, if you find that you're particularly insulted by this, you know, maybe take a little bit of a look inward, because, you know, it could be that maybe you have been a target of somebody else's bullying and saying, oh, that's not good enough. This isn't good enough. You're not good enough. You know what? That's fine. If you are upset and take it out on other people because you were bullied, first and foremost, I'm sorry that someone treated you that way. Genuinely sorry that someone treated you that way. I've been there. I've been told that I'm not good enough, that I'm not pretty enough, that my makeup skills aren't good enough. And you know what? I just worked on it. I worked on myself to make myself a better person. So if somebody was awful to you, I'm sorry. But you also hold the power to be better to other people than those people were to you. So just think about that. Then, the next time you see something nasty, don't be nasty in return. Offer up something, constructive. Like, I understand why you might not like that, but make it a positive conversation, because you can't feed into that like kind of hate and negativity, because then it just spirals out of control and everybody's being nasty and calling each other names and making personal, insults, and it just doesn't get anybody anywhere. And it's, there's enough bad going on in the world. I don't think that we need to exacerbate it by making fun of other people and how they look and how they choose to dress or whatever. So I guess at the end of the day, all I'm asking for is a little bit of kindness. If you have no reason to be nasty to someone, don't be nasty to someone. Just be respectful. So anyway, again, I'm sorry that this was super, super rambly, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon. Take care of each other.